I'm Gloria Obianyo, actress, photographer, writer, and singer-songwriter, and occasional painter, but who cares? So you know when people sort of do that thing of, oh, what was your first job, or have you ever had a job outside of acting? Even still now, to this day, I never say, because I guess for me, my first job has always been looking after my mum, as being a young carer. Like, there was no defining moment of her being well and then going into the hospital and being diagnosed or anything. Like, it's just something I've always known. So, like, when I was really young, like, I think around about the age of, like, I would say 3 or 4, around about there, I was given these flashcards which basically outlined what a phone was and how to use the phone, the number to dial, and then like what to say, like state your name and age and your mum's name and your mum's age and what's happening to her. And I think that was probably I think that was the first bout of responsibility that I had to undertake as a young carer. So on the face of it, being a young carer and being an actor, point blank, 2 things that really shouldn't work. Because being an actor is so unpredictable. You're in work for sometimes only a certain stretch of time, and then you're out of work for who knows how long. And so, as a young carer, you need structure. You need to look after yourself, but also look after the parent in question, or person in question, because it isn't always a parent. Since leaving drama school, I've been very fortunate. The reality of acting and the prospects of where I want my career to go have become a lot more real. For example, I've traveled a lot, and in order to do so, I've had to share the load. Thankfully, I have friends and family back home who want, they're not even just willing to, but they want to share the load with me. So I don't think I'll ever shake off that primal need to protect my mum, which is something I've always had from day dot. But it alleviates stress knowing that there are people looking out for you and people who want to help you. Being a young carer is a funny thing to talk about, because people then sort of come up with the narrative that if you, the child, had to look after your parent, that must mean that they were a bad parent and couldn't look after you, when in that, yeah, there were some things I had to do, but in the grand scheme of things, I had the best mother that money could buy. Like, yeah, there were some things that could have been better, but like, that's everyone's childhood. There's always something about anyone's childhood that could have been better. I'm proud of what she managed to accomplish. I'm proud of the way she managed to keep it together and raise me. Prior to writing a play, I'd been writing music since I was 12. A lot of people write about romance, and because I think for a lot of people that's a lot of the defining moments of their life. But I think because for me, the main scene partner in my life has been my mother. A lot of my songs are about my mum and my relationship to her and how I feel. And it's been creatively a very therapeutic experience and also a very releasing experience. You know, as the great Shia LaBeouf said, don't waste your pain. It's a useful paint. I've sort of taken the initiative to free myself of the wallow and wait and just sort of, you know, set up my easel and paint and see what that becomes.